wherever you're from. Today, I want to talk to you about the Black Nazarene Procession. Please. The Black Nazarene Procession in the Philippines. Yeah, what a joy, such a joy it is to come back to you again, my friends. And I then want to say, those here for the first time, if you would please, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can continue receiving fresh new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when we talk about religions in the Philippines, and I just did a first segment of this yesterday. Life in the Philippines, the religious view aspect as perceived by me and many people that are expats in this country, and I gave you a very good scenario of the religious life in the Philippines. If you're a religious person, you love the Lord and so forth, you want to know what's going on, what the atmosphere is here, then I would suggest you take a look at that video. Okay. But this is the second part. Today is January 9th here in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, there is a annual procession that's called the Black Nazarene Procession. Okay? What does that mean, BobbieD? Black? Do they like black people? I'm going to get you, man. I got you, man. Chill. I'm going to get all of that. I love y'all. What is the Black Nazarene? Because I was the same way. Yeah? But I'm going to talk to you about it really quickly so that you can get an understanding of what it's all about. If the name can be somewhat misleading because it says black and you're talking about Nazarene. So let's break those two terms down. First of all, black person, you know what black is. Anybody that has this melanin in their skin, black, and come from Africa or African American. If you're black, okay? You know that. All right, and then you're talking about Nazarene. Nazarene is a religious term that comes from this biblical, it comes from the Bible. A Nazarene is someone that was set apart for a worshiper or a devotee of Christ, okay? Christian, that's what it is. Black Christian or Black Nazarene. Okay, so, and in the case of the Philippines, the Black Nazarene is a figure or a statue of the image, are you with me so far? The image of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, okay? And that's why it's called the Black Nazarene. We know that most pictures or most depictions of Christ in the world is of Caucasian nature. Okay, they picture him as black. He's white. But we know from research that he was actually not black. He was actually not white. He was swarthy in color. So does that mean that the Philippines adhere to the fact that Jesus was probably or more likely a black person? No, not really, not at all. As I told you in my prior video yesterday, most Filipinos do not like the color black at all. So it is rather odd. DC could check me. It is rather odd for us to see millions and millions of people congregating and celebrating around a black statue of Jesus Christ, and they call it the Black Nazarene. It is a festival. It is a procession. It is a parade, if you will. That's in its religious aspects, religious nature, and it's held every year on January 9th. Okay. Now, for the past 3 years, it has not been held due to the pandemic, and the nature of the pandemic allowed it not to be held because it would be a pandemic, a virus spreader. Okay, so this is a very special one. Millions and millions, even more millions now are coming out because they haven't been able to do it in several years, right? So now they're out, and today is a huge day in the Philippines. Now let's talk about the origin of this Black Nazarene figure or statue. Okay, first of all, let me talk about this word. It's a Spanish word. It's called traslación. Traslación. For those of you que hablas español, yo hablo español. La palabra es traslación. 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 Okay? It means procession in Spanish, or some people say a parade, or some people say a walk, or some people say a route. But It is translated from the Spanish as translación, or parade or procession. Now, and so many people call the procession the Black Nazarene Translación. Okay, if you say that word in Philippines, most people know exactly what you're talking about. This particular event is celebrated by Catholics, Roman Catholics here in the Philippines. It is unique to the Philippines in that it is not celebrated around the world with other Roman Catholics. Excuse me, it is celebrated primarily here in the Philippines via the Filipinos. And I'll tell you why, okay? And to find out why, we have to go back to the origin, way back when, centuries ago, I think it was in the 1600s, from Mexico, okay? Mexico, and let's go back. Understand, people, that Filipinos were owned, okay, by Spain or Spaniards, Europeans, for many, over 400 centuries, or 40 years, okay? They were like slaves, okay? And they were led and fed all the European lingo, dialect, whatever you want to call it. They were captives by European Spanish people, okay? And so because of that, they inherited a lot of the culture, a lot of the language, many of the words in Tagalog and Cebuano and many other Filipino dialects and languages are derivatives of Spanish words, okay? Because they inherited that language, okay? And if you notice, if you ever come to the Philippines, the houses here, many of them have that Spanish-style mode, Spanish-style building, the curvature of the roofs and the pebble stones in the streets. All of those are Spanish cultural morals and some cultural, structural type settings for homes that they inherited from the Spanish, their conquerors, okay? And all of this translación was an inherited colonial inheritism that was inherited from Spanish people to the Filipinos, okay? Now, what happened was, in Mexico, they sent a statue on a ship from Mexico to the Philippines. And the statue was a statue of Jesus Christ, okay? Now, when this statue was made and created and formed and shaped, it was of white. It's a white statue. You know, I just mentioned to you a minute ago that most of the depictions of Christ were white, Caucasian, okay? So the statue was white, okay? So the rumor is, and this is the story, that as the statue was transmitted through the oceans and took months and months and months to get there from Mexico, the soot from the smoke and debris and so forth from the travel, and then they said it was a fire on the boat, caused the statue to do what? Get dark in color, okay? Get very, very dark in color. And so it became black, okay? I kid you not, that's how it started. And so once the statue was received, the statue of the Black Nazarene, that's what they called it. It was a black statue, and they call it the Black Nazarene. Again, let's break those words down again. You know, black is black, the color black. Nazarene is a devotee, or a one who celebrates and worships Christ, okay? So this was called Black Nazarene or Black Jesus, whatever you want to call it. But it does not mean, ladies and gentlemen, that Filipinos believe Christ was black. Get that out your mind. They don't believe that at all. It does not mean that Filipinos celebrate a black Jesus. Get that out your mind, okay? Here's what happened. As the statue came to the Philippines, many people came out to see it and celebrate it. And they were shocked to see that the color was black, okay? So they didn't try to change it. They didn't try to refurbish it. They didn't try to get the color back. They just accepted it. And what happened was, as the people came out and celebrated, many of them noticed that they were healed. And they attributed to the statue itself, the Black Nazarene statue. Okay, are you with me so far? So that's how this celebration came about, and that's how it's so popular now. Millions and millions of people come from all over the Philippines, and it is held in Manila. They got a church out there called the Church of the Basilica, which houses the Nazarene statue. Okay, and every year on January 9th, there is a processional. In other words, people get the statue, they put it in a carriage, and people carry the statue miles and miles and miles all over throughout Manila area. And as they carry the statue through the streets, people come out with their handkerchiefs and cloths and so forth, and they just throw it. All they want to do is have that handkerchief touch the statue or touch the carriage that the statue is being carried in. And they believe that by the touching of the cloth or touching some of them climb up on it, and it's a madhouse, man. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. They climb up on it and they try to touch it with their hands. And they believe that if that statue, if their cloth is touches the statue, or their hands touch the statue, that they will be healed. Okay, and so that particular belief has been passed on from generation to generation to generation to generation. And so that's where we are right now. This is called the procession, the Black Nazarene Procession, or Black Nazarene, route or parade, whatever you want to call it, festival that's happening in Manila as we speak on January 9th. Today is January 9th. Here in Manila, it has been happening since like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's still going to millions, okay? Not hundreds, not thousands, but millions of people. And they call the people that celebrate this particular festival, they're called devotees, okay? And they're devoted to this particular procession. They believe strongly that if you come into the presence of that statue, the Black Nazarene statue, if you come into the vicinity or the area of that statue, then you will be healed, and great blessings of prosperity will be placed upon your life. So many people sacrifice money, time, effort, energy, whatever they can to get to that statue along the route. And they're carried along a route. And it is housed in a church in the basilica called Quiapo. The name of the city is called Quiapo. So all throughout Manila, this is a huge day. TV broadcast this as well. It's a very big day. And so I want to tell you a couple of things about it. It's an annual devotion. It's a devotional process. The people that participate in this event are called devotees or devotionals. It's held in Manila on January 9th. It marks the Feast of the Black Nazarene, which is a significant religious event in Catholic country here in the Philippines, Roman Catholic country. Now, it's a very venerated event. The procession centers around the veneration or the idolization of the Black Nazarene, which is a dark-skinned statue of Jesus Christ carrying a cross. That's all it is, guys. It's a dark-skinned statue. And I told you how I got this dark skin through the soot and the smoke on the ship. And it's a statue of Jesus Christ carrying a cross. That's all it is. But people believe that this is a healing statue and they can get healed by it and blessings. They endure physical challenges because it's very hot, a lot of heat. They have medical teams along the route because people pass out in the heat. And they believe that they can get divine intervention by coming in the process or coming in the vicinity of this particular statue called the Black Nazarene. It's an emotional and a highly spiritual experience, and it's not to be taken lightly by anybody. This is very significant in the lives of the Filipinos who are Roman Catholics. Okay, it's deeply emotional, it's spiritual, and they share personal stories of how their prayers were answered. Many of them say that they had a lot of miracles associated with just participating in the process of going through the procession. And it's a very deeply emotional, deeply spiritual event in the lives of the Roman Catholics here in the Philippines. Not only is it emotionally, spiritually deep, it can be challenging physically, because I just told you, from the heat and the humidity, people pass out. But they willingly do it because they believe that they'll be getting a blessing just by being in the vicinity and the area, or perhaps touching the statue in and of itself. So this is a very profound day in the life of the Roman Catholics here in the Philippines. It is the procession, the Black procession, the procession of the Black Nazarene here in the Philippines. Now, now you know it's not about the color. People here believe that there's a black Jesus. No, that's not. They don't believe that at all. That color came on the statue as a result of smoke and soot, and there was a fire on the ship as part of it transmitting from Mexico here to the Philippines. So the statue, they never tried to refurbish it or anything. They just took it as a sign of God making it that color, and as a result, blessings and miracles, they believe, were passed on to them from the statue. Now let's talk about importance here. It's important to note that as a Christian, and I'm not a Roman Catholic, so I'm telling you something about Christian belief now. As a Christian, which a non-Roman Catholic belief, a Protestant, I'm a Protestant, I understand that blessings come from the Lord. Miracles come from the Lord, okay? They don't come from touching an object, okay? And that's just my belief. They come from the Lord himself, okay? So some people believe that are non-Roman Catholic that this is some type of idol, you know. But we should never denigrate the belief of others. They believe that it is so, and so I respect their belief, because if that's what they believe, then it is so. But my teaching, and those of you that are Christians from the Western world, or Protestants, you know that an object doesn't give you the blessings. Like some of you say, well, I carry my cross, and I'll carry my cross, and you carry your cross around your neck, and you kiss the cross. And it's not about that cross, guys. I'm telling you, it's not about the object itself. Where your blessings coming from. It's coming from the Spirit of the Most High God, Jesus, God. Okay, that's what's coming from. So let's not get caught up in an object, okay, a statue, a cross, a Bible. Those are sacred items to a lot of people, But you don't want to worship those items. You want to understand what they're meant for and use it accordingly and appropriately. Okay? So don't become caught up on the Black Nazarene statue in and of itself. Become caught up on the Word of God, which talks about healing, talks about blessings, talks about deliverance, talks about sanctification, talks about being a child of God, repentance, all of those things that we should be focusing on rather than an object in and of itself. Now, am I saying that it's wrong for them to do? No, that's their belief. You can't tell somebody it's wrong for doing their belief. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. And, let them believe what they believe. Yeah. But I'm just trying to bring focus onto the fact that as a Christian, we don't have that part of it in our religion. That part of it's not there. So that's sort of foreign to me, and I had to do some research on here to figure out why are these people following this statue and falling out and all the heat and getting sick and all that stuff, and then they say they get a blessing, and now I know. And so now you know. Isn't that right? Okay. But yeah, I wanted to bring that to you because it's a very, very massive turnout. Millions of people come. Not just 100,000, 200,000. Millions of people come throughout the day. It's an all-day event. And it's a route that they go in Manila, which is the Luzon area of the Philippines. And it's done every year, again, except for the last 3 years, guys, because of the pandemic, and it would have been a virus spreader. So they didn't do it for the last 3 years. Now they're doing it. It's the first time in the last 3 years they're doing it. So it's very, very big out here, guys. And you want to, if you have a fiance, if you have a girlfriend here that's a Roman Catholic, you want to respect that and let them know, hey, I know this is a very, very significant day for you, and I want to express my hopes that you have a great procession, and so a lot of them make a day of it, and a lot of them plan their life and their lifestyle around this particular day. They wait all year for this day, and so we want to respect that. And
if you don't mind.
Okay, and we want to respect that and to show our support for those that do believe that way. Okay, I'm not here trying to put them down because no, I respect people for what they believe and how they believe. That's the right thing to do. Okay, so I wanted to bring that to you. Procession of the Black Nazarene. It is huge, guys. It is humongous here in the Philippines. And if you have a loved one here, a friend or relative, you may want to say Happy Black Nazarene Procession Day, right? Something to that effect. I know you're having. Have you participate? And they're Roman Catholic. Have you participated in Black Nazarene? Let's talk about it. And what happens is they got my mother-in-law. We gave someone gave her a statue, little Black Nazarene statue, miniature. They sell those all over here. Those are huge. And if you get, and the belief is also, guys, if you get a miniature statue and you hold it, and many of them pray to it too as well. If you get a miniature statue of the Black Nazarene and you hold it and pray to it and put it in your home on a mantelpiece, the same blessings that the people are getting on the procession, you will receive in your home as well. So I'm telling you, man, it's very, very significant here in the Philippines. Never make fun of people, how they worship and how they believe, because it is. There goes Lisa D again. She can't help herself, y'all. She always got to be made known that she's in the house. But yeah, this is what I wanted to bring you today about the Black Nazarene Procession, how important it is, and that you should respect those that have belief in it, that are Roman Catholics, okay? They're children of the Most High God, just like we are. And they just have a different set of beliefs, that's all. That's the only thing that separates us. We believe a little bit different in certain ways. Most of the things Roman Catholics believe, regular Christians, Protestant Christians believe too. Most of the things, not all of them. But if you have a girlfriend that's Roman Catholic and you're not Roman Catholic, that could present some type of a problem at some point in time in your relationship. If you're like me and you're a very religious person, you love the Lord, and the Lord is a big part of your life, you want to make sure that the person that you unite with, the person that you choose to be your partner in life, your girlfriend, your fiance, your living, but whatever you want to call it, that they have a set of beliefs that's similar to yours, And because if you go into a relationship where you believe one way and that person believes another way, that could present a problem. Some people can deal with that situation with no problems at all, but other people, if let's say you were Jewish and you wanted to, you were Jewish, you're Jewish, and she's Christian. She wants to go to the synagogue and you want to go to the church. They believe, the Jewish people believe in Torah and you believe in the Bible. It could be a problem at some point, and then maybe they're Muslim. It could still be another problem. So my suggestion, and the Bible talks about this, is about being what? Equally yoked. That means having the same belief system, religious belief system, that you both can deal with and honor and respect and live by. It will help you lead your life in the best manner possible. And if you were to have children, you don't want one child to say, I want to be a Muslim, or I want to be and this other one say, I want to be a Christian. You don't want that. You want to raise them on the same level and the same type of mentality and the same type of spirituality and the same type of religious background, okay? That's all I have for you today, guys. I wanted to bring that to you to give you some type of information, education, and understanding of the procession of the Black Nazarene in the Philippines. That's it for now. This is BobbieD and Lisa D. She's in the background. So take care. God bless and peace. See you on the next one.